Mind your way?
So, I guess I just have cows. No one knows why the cows are here. Or where they came from. Or what I'm going to do with them. I can't talk to the cows. I don't really feel like shooting the cows, so I guess I just have cows. I have cows with not terribly well applied fur. Can I ride a cow?
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
I don't know. I don't know, and no one will tell me. And I desperately need to see if I can ride the cows. Which basically just entails jumping on them artfully. Aw, I can't even do that. The shell's are...
within established radius.
Sam? Sam, go deal with the cows. Sam? I guess they're just my problem. Alright, we're gonna try it. I bounced off the cow. Alright.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern. Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was. Except for my schooling years, I was always beside him. Or tied to him. He used to carry me about in a sling when I was real little. When I got older, he set me to sorting tools and parts while he worked. Later, he taught me simple fixes like busted crate latches. Not on the regular. Once in a great long while, a Saltuna boat would break down on the pad. He'd always bring me along for those. Mostly, he did the same as me. Kept Bess, the cannery, running. Turned loaders, plumbing and electricity, some plastering. I never got the hang of that. I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like you wanted. The kind that stays quiet and gets the right work done in the right order every day. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us. Because they were hoping their own kid would get the job and get sent back to Edgewater. When folk go away for schooling, they don't get back to where they begun. Not usually. You go straight to your first job, wherever the company's got an opening. I reckon you could say, no thanks, I don't want a job. But then you don't got a job. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up, see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling. There were a whole lot of reading, not nearly enough doing. Like, before they'd issue you a wrench, they wanted an essay on the design of different wrenches. Then there'd be quizzes on company regulations for storage and maintenance of wrenches. As soon as I got permission, I spent all my time in the machine shop. They had all manner of parts, but they didn't want me using them, so I had to sneak them sometimes. I even slept in there. Had a hammock tied up in the rafters. Before I left, I installed a little skylight for myself, so I could see the stars. When an engine came in, I'd strip it down and rebuild it. I mostly built for myself. Custom tools, little mechanical critters to talk to. When my roommates tried to talk, I'd get so nervous I'd be drenched in sweat. It was easier for everybody when I stayed off on my own. I doubt any of them remember me now. Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier.
Dirtier
Dad met
than
me at
that?
the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed. About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape. Oh, let me see. Is that like a refurbished ship? Oh, there's nothing like the smell of grit and grime covered over with cleaner, you know? It means we're finally going places. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Salt tuna and xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia, what specializes in sweets.
Do I have to go get you food in Stellar Bay? Oh my god.
Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
This better be the best goddamn date in all of history. Alright, where's that fucking preacher? Yep. Yep, cows are still there. Hey, you, bitchy, what's up?
Something on your mind? I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook. It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky, purple berry shake if you're not.
I mean...
Out on the edge of the Aether, we learn to make do with what we've got. No room for fancy predilections. Sure do. Some of it was even legal. What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Or maybe the animal
Oh yeah,
belt?
the traditional
I had it
pirate
custom
coif.
made. Gotta figure out how to work that into my aesthetic. Maybe a pair of earrings?
No, you want
I've
the
done all
asymmetry.
types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way. Makes two of us, Captain. Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you. That about covers it. Aw, come on. That stuff's boring.
I don't know, maybe you punched somebody to get where you are.
Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to give people room to breathe. I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it, but let's keep a little professional distance.
Alright.
No complaints here.
Inspect that drink before you leave. Alright, what do we got here? Where's... There you go. Alright, Preacher Man.
Good to see you.
Oh, oh! He moves. He's got a whole animation. Alright, I take it back. He has a whole standing set. Yeah? Yeah? What are you gonna grab? What are you gonna get, Max? Alright, this is not entertaining.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime.
We're not on a
tell
colony.
me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
Alright.
Yes, I've been meaning to discuss exactly that. Now that we know where, the scholar is, when will we be searching him out?
I mean, I guess soon. That's it.
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
Douchey and pretentious.
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that
And
I
he
thought
still
could be
can't
applied
speak
to our
French.
attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist School of Thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Not on a colony. Alright, this is just repeated information. Where's my little dumbass? Where's my little dumbass?
Greetings, customer.
Sam? Leave my room alone.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
I'm guessing the cows, because I didn't tell anybody to do it. Alright. Let's go to fucking Stellar Bay. Hey, there he is. Alright, dumbass.
Good to see you, boss.
Aw. No conversation with him yet.
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells? I don't believe so, Captain. Transmission incoming.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
Boy, this place sounds fun.
No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps? I certainly wouldn't call it boring, especially if your idea of fun involves navigating a hostile biosphere populated by carnivorous monsters.
Sounds like Dark Souls.
You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have.
Oh, I'm not gonna travel all the way over there.
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Alright. Wait, what does it say? Alright. Still technically not a second world. Oh. Alright, well, let's start here.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Pretty. Alright, what do I have on me? Yep, that is why. Alright, you first, you third, you last. Alright, 2 points available. What do I put here? Ooh. Heck yes. Actually, what level is this? Grenade launcher. Alright, let's see here. Should get science up. Sure. Alright. Something's fishy. What? What is this trophy? Oh, just get to Stellar Bay. Alright, good. Good, good, good. Alright. I don't actually know what your ability is. You don't have a hat! Oh my god. What a massive oversight on my part. Boy, I don't even have a good hat for you. Alright, hold on.
Got it? Inside voices.
Shame on me. Yeah, I'm still working on finding armor I like. I'm getting interested in some of the pieces that I've found, but none of them enough to start sticking mods in them. I'm hoping around here. Alright.
Why was I built to feel ennui?
Okay. I guess we ate the cows. Alright, where's my plasma carbine? Hello. Nice. Okay. Alright, let's find a hat for the Padre. Actually, let's see what the Padre even does. sawed-off shotgun. I feel like I have a better... every time. Down and to the right where? Yeah, it's a shitty shotgun. Oh, there we go. Okay. Spiritually enlightens them with the blast from his shotgun. Okay. Alright, it still needs a hat. I guess we just give him any hat. Doesn't matter that much. Okay. There you go. Nice. Increases the duration of my dialogue combat effects while Max is in the party. And you and your companions deal bonus damage with science weapons. It's gonna be fun. Okay. Wait. If I'm bringing body. No, 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 no. There you go. Or actually, there you go. I haven't tried the hammer yet. I'm about to go into Combat Central, so we'll work on it. I mean, I'm guessing. They keep telling me it's full of murder animals with big old teeth. Aw. Like hell. Alright. This doesn't really do anything for me. But I had to prove I could do it. Yeah. Oh. There's another one right there.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
Great, more pirates.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. Wish more folk could say that. Gets awful quiet guarding a landing pad that never gets used. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Aw, don't be like that. I never get to do this part. Please.
Oh my god, fine.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Oh, you make a girl feel special.
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot.
Yeah, they really do.
That's all outside our walls. Mostly. Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
He is pretty cute.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
God, you're such a
Anyway,
dick.
Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though. Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you?
I'll think about it.
And if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Oh, excuse me.
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? That's Bertie Holcomb, only one of the greatest Tossball hackers ever.
I wonder if he's kin. Dad had family that worked for Rizzo's. I never got to meet them.
Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something? Oh, you're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay. I couldn't really say I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
I kind of feel like I need to have Felix around when I talk to this guy.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Ooh, look. Definitely gonna have to bring Felix out here later. Aw.
Fresh blood at last. Stellar Bay could use some. We're not the best equipped, but scouting for rats keeps us on our toes.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate. You trying to get us all in trouble? What do you think you're doing?
Nothing.
Just keep your fingers to your own self, okay?
God, it's just sitting there by the trash. Alright, what's this place? The Yacht Club? Oh. Bartok bingo sheet. Alright. I'm gonna bet the person with the most unique character design is the one I'm supposed to talk to.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn Rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
You are drunk.
If you think this is drunk, I gotta... you need to get out more. Sit. Partake. Buy me a drink and let's chat.
Yeah, let's do this.
Outstanding. What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger? It is a shithole. It's a free shithole, though. Plenty of ways to blaze your own trail. Folks seem to like that.
It is an admirable endeavor if misguided, and nearly impossible to achieve.
I ain't saying it's easy, but look around you. If it's impossible, it seems nobody's gone and told the people living here. Besides, the booze is good. Something about that fish oil. Cheers! Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
Fuck it.
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
Great. I'm hiring an addict.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Sure. Whatever. I will go get your drugs. I'll be your trig.
Rapt musk and canid eyes, right here.
Alright, I should actually... There.
Well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from Fallbrook. But you don't look like one of Catherine's.
Nope.
What can I get you?
What you got?
All sales are final, unless you threaten me. I'm kidding. Don't threaten me.
Well, now I kind of want to threaten you. Alright, what do we got here? Okay. Whoa, that's a hammer. Hey, Parvati, what are you using right now? Level 5? The fuck?
Do your part to support the local economy? Laws know we need it.
Actually, you know what? I'll probably find something out in the wild.
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong. Like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature.
Are you crazy?
Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a Raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Tucker's a grown-ass man, isn't he?
Don't you tell me to calm down.
Wow.
I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the Raptidons, Mantisaurs, and Marauders, the toxic sulfur pools and poisonous glands, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
I'm not convinced this ain't some grown-ass man.
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A Raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers.
This lady watches a lot of Fox
Listen to
News.
his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me. He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the Iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a Mantiqueen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already. Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good.
Oh no, he's been watching BreadTube.
To worry your loved ones. Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who'll listen.
Thought slime.
If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head. That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts, or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak.
Jesus, lady.
Or maybe Marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
Lady, you have been reading too many pulp novels.
Well, I guess I can't ask you to leave the town walls for free. It is deathly dangerous out there.
Marauders might crush my teeth up and make me snort
saved
them.
Up for a rainy day. I'll give you every last one if you just bring my Tucker back to me. I won't even be mad at him running off. You tell him I won't be mad.
Okay, Space Boomer.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it.
Oh, alright.
And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
He's definitely 100% a grown-ass man. Oh my god. You people. Yeah. Alright, sure. Like a whole nest over here.
Someone's been killed!
What?
I think I'm gonna be sick. I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is.
Well, I know where I'm going.
If you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
I think you're supposed to just take the hot shower, not contemplate it. Oh, fine. I need you idiots to come in here first. Come on, all the way. Good job.
Oh! Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
What a gruesome way to die.
Yoink. Don't mind me, just disturbing this crime scene. Come on, Max. Get out of the door. Good boy.
You don't look like Sublight. Must be freelance.
I don't know. I should go back and take a look at that. Damn it.
Whatever you do, don't mention Tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
If you'd gotten stuck in an hour-long rant about mostly colonists, you'd be thankful.
Oh, so it's Isaac down there. Ooh, fancy. Another Deadeye. Nice. Level 11. What's mine? Yeah, fuck it. I could probably sell it. Look at all this cool stuff. Just laying out here in someone's apartment.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Alright, let's see here. Corrosive melee. Oof, shit's more than I've even got. Yeah. Okay. Whoa.
Good day to you.
Okay, keep it quiet.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Oh, pleasant.
Because there's no shame in having overactive bladder muscles, all right? It's a perfectly normal medical condition. Besides, life in this town is enough to try anyone's nerves.
Something fishy's going on here.
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying.
Okay, so leave.
Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with Sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goop, what then? Nothing, that's what. Because MSI is not in what you'd call good standing with the board. So even if I could get out of here, no one's gonna hire me.
Well, I'm definitely not giving you a job.
Even talking about it has my blood pressure up. I've really gotta stop. Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long. It all sounds wonderful, until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
God damn it.
I'm not even finished.
Oh,
Add
fuck.
that to the supply shortages,
Stupid
thanks
hiccups.
to being cut off by the board, and I dare say we're no better off than the lowliest Spacer's Choice Enclave.
Look, you might not be better off, but I can tell you, it can always be worse. Try celebrating what you've got.
I see you stuck around.
Oh, fuck.
That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain. What? No, Captain, I don't want you to do it this way.
It's all right, miss. I'm a coward at heart. Made that clear from the outset. Look, Captain, this is the best I can do without putting myself out of business.
God damn it.
I'm mighty glad you reckon so. This is gonna take about an hour in the oven. Nothing I can do to speed it. That's just how cooking works. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady. You're a gentle soul, miss. Be careful with this one, all right? She's kind of a brute.
I will kill you.
Oh, gosh, my tum's rumbling just smelling that casserole.
Ah, god damn it. I'm stealing all your shit, though.
Clever.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own cathanoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like. Hmm?
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Velma's
Watch
gonna
yourself.
be extra cranky if she doesn't get her caffeinoid.
Watch yourself, this lady seems like trouble.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can Auntie Abigail do for you? She works over at the fishery next door. Quite the hard worker, but she's got a bit of a temper. Why, just the other day, I heard her shouting from here. I can't imagine what set her off. Oh, but here I go again, running my mouth when it's none of my business. Was there something else you needed? And what a helpful young lady you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
I feel like if I tell you...
Aren't you a saucy thing? I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but with age comes experience, dearie.
Fuck it.
Much as I'd love to, my rheumatism is especially fierce at the moment, and I'm all out of my medicine. But I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. You were here for caffeinoid, weren't you? Who's it for?
I definitely feel like if I tell her it's for Yoka, she's gonna be mad.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. All reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra? Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail? Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
You definitely don't.
I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them. Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room, for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his. Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll, eventually. In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations. It's a philosophist's symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie. Chin up, dearie.
I wonder if this will work. I bet it would work better if the door were closed. Oh no. Was this his fanfic? Mr. Elliot coughed, his face suddenly red. If you get warm, you could always crack a window. Breeze from the bay is real nice. Just be careful about mantis swarms. As Abby went to take the room key, her finger brushed his. He had a strong, rough hand, a Saltuna farmer's hands. She felt herself blush. You've been ever so kind to me, Mr. Elliot. Call me Archibald, he said. Oh my god, this is fanfic. See here. Broker sat with his back to a top-of-the-line, mostly charcoal personal heater. Fuck it. Even here. Even in the fanfic. See here. Ah. Let's go see Dr. Williams.
She's always cranky.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
side? No.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
Is it actually salt tuna this time?
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse.
All right.
But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix a thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nanda treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Are you collecting it or consuming it?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
Ah.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
No shit.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell. I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask.
I am helping everybody else fall in love.
Through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work. He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about.
Oh, good. Norman Bates.
Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
This is true. This is very true.
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny. Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
Oh, buddy.
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
Oh no.
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
I regret doing this.
Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like this anymore in Halcyon. I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake.
Well, now I have to.
What business brings you here? What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Halcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for Saltuna. Yes, that's it. Channel your anger. I only wish I could do the same.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments.
You like to share.
I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but
it seems we're back to the drawing board. Surviving alone isn't as easy as it looks. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Mr. Vicar, I don't want to be rude, but I don't think that means anything.
Thank you.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Returning to the board is your only chance if you hope to survive here on Monarch. That doesn't mean it'll be easily achievable.
Indeed not. No worthwhile plan was ever simple. That's what I always say.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
It's a two-pronged approach. The first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
All right.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
I like that.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance. I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
I have a fancy new gun to shoot things with.
So taciturn, so dour. I'll be waiting with bated breath.
Don't hit on me.
Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Ah, I'm going to steal it and sell it to Gladys.
What can I do for you? I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
He was adorable. Give him a raise.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you? Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes. I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
They're cute together.
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then, it was known as Terra 1. Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out. Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
So-called ethical capitalism.
It's humane. But it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I've been to Edgewater.
I hope you'd treat them nice whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Ms. Holcomb is our endlessly optimistic crew hand. It's good for the captain's morale.
You are such a douche.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms. No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2, along with everyone else. In a manner of speaking, many of us stayed behind in an act of quiet but firm defiance. As the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages. I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Subtle.
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Fair.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system.
Yeah.
Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
I'm snubbing my nose
right now. To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community. And being cut off means slow strangulation.
Learn to farm.
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue.
Fair enough.
Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes. It'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations. It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
Oh, they're fucked.
I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessments. Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way. He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them.
I will admit, I am keen to meet their leader.
Well, be careful what you wish for. Graham has a habit of ruining everything and everyone around him. I'm trying to build something here. They only want to destroy things, and they risk ruining Monarch for all of us. It isn't just that they drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels, and pushes us further from the rest of the colony. He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
What can I do for you? Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. You'd head south along the road and look for a mountain to the west. Not that I'd advise it. It's a terribly dangerous trek. But if you insist on going, I'd recommend taking a local guide. Nyoka would be a prime candidate.
Yeah, I saw her.
If you can keep her sober.
Yeah, trying. I mean, seems like he practices what he preaches. He also seems like he is way too involved. At least everyone gets to have snacks at their desks. Oh, honey, you people are not creative. These people. Alright, I gotta give it to him. This is a cute place. Alright, let's go search that corpse.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicar.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Yeah, it does. Once I get in yoga, I'm gonna have to decide who I'm gonna keep and who I'm gonna send home. Aw, what? Really? Looks like I should totally be able to do a jumping puzzle.
Whew. Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload Saltuna shipments at the cannery.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose. Here we go! Got him!
then. Ugh. God, this is pretty. Did a real nice job here. Water. This place is dark. Literally.
Okay, gone quiet.
Gotta rebuild my stores since I bought the world's most expensive casserole.
Want to try me? Nice kill! Ah!
Everyone all right?
Oh. Another book for your library, Padre. Aw, fancy hat. Protoss ball stick? What? Nice. Something for Felix. Make him feel special. Yeah, I switched to the other gun because I remember that being a thing. Plasma on the fleshy creatures. Alright, let's see what we got here. Water.
You won't get any mercy from me. Got him!
Still alive?
That's the last of them.
Jeez. Resilient motherfuckers. I want to steal these little jars of plants from my ship. Mather residence? Sounds familiar. Mantiqueens. I still haven't seen a mantiqueen. I don't know what this is. Well, this place is nice. hell?
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in.
The
Come
hell
in.
are you?
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels. That is, if you'll have us, kind sir.
Whoa, someone's
That's
breaking
the
out the
spirit.
manners.
Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable. Excellent. You've arrived at just the right time. My wife is putting the finishing touches on dinner.
Uh-oh.
Please, make yourself at home until it's ready.
Anything dealing with food and these people is always creepy.
Oh, hi there. Did you come to bring us more of those rocket candies? You know, the ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on the front. They don't taste very good, but they make me feel so nice. Hungry, too.
I think I found the cannibals. I'm just guessing.
Oh no. No, 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 no.
Yep. Yep.
It is unnatural. An affront to the grand plan.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Just never trust anybody who talks about food around here. This place is not... These people are not good with food. Yeah, I ain't sleeping here. Gotta be fucking kidding. Yep, these people are slowly, not that slowly, going crazy. Oh, I was gonna say, that looks like the lament configuration.
But what's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen. Oh dear. You've been nosy, haven't you?
How very rude.
Time to teach you some manners.
You're hurt!
This is...
Really?
Push out, Captain, quick! They were destined to die!
Don't do this!
Dust to dust. Or in this case, bloody bones to bloody bones.
Well. These people were terrible. But I get to take their stuff. Don't eat anything you find here. There it is. Okay, alright. Of course, they're set up right by the graveyard.
Here they come. We are victorious.
Figured. Supper time. Aramid ballistics. Okay.
Hold on to your hats, children. This ride is about to get ugly.
You reckon the smell ever goes away? Maybe the wind off the sea helps. I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicar? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicar. Don't worry. The captain and I will take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
God, crotchety old dickwad.
Laws. Can't a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
Apparently not.
What I am doing, ma'am, is enjoying the moment. It's so rare that I can seize one apart from the jabbering masses of this wretched place. And how should they know what they're missing? I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals. Before Sanjar took over MSI and got us all booted. Days of consumption and culture. When we weren't squabbling with the iconoclasts for lack of better things to do. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you wanted?
Yeah. It's making conversation. Alright.
You're back. Good news? Bad news? All of the above? More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Give it here. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go. Great. Where to? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there, there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
I hope you like being part of our crew, Nyoka. We're real excited to have you.
A ship? Well, look at you. I'll find a spot there to call my own for now. Find me when you're ready.
Alright. I believe that's everybody. Douche.
Step lively, Miss Holcomb.
I'm not winded. Honest. My, boot was untied.
Would hate for you to get left behind, or architect forbid, become lost.
Okay. So what is this place? I wish this was labeled. Nope.
Smells like wrapped in here.
Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the Saltuna smell.
Trust me, this is worse.
Wouldn't mind smelling like salt tuna if we could sell more of it.
the docks.
Quietly now.
Stellar Bay ruins. Damn. Oh. Aw. Okay.
Hey, Velma, I got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I can cover for him either. Give me those pills, will you?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry. Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing. Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess. That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift? That's... wow. I sure feel like an ass now. Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on Catherine herself. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind? Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy. Wait.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more. Because we've got a budget, all right? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits on hand. Not on Monarch. Sanjar threw out the old work mandates and penalties. Sure, until your workers start making ridiculous demands. You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there. Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
Was he that douchebag who was smoking?
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
She's principled, in at least this area. I will begrudgingly give her that.
Thank you. I think. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Oh, scabs.
I don't even want to think about that. Or how far behind Braxton's loss alone is going to put us. Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately. Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer. This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it? She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too. Damn right it is. No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money. Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering. Fair enough. The damn thing's been a headache anyway. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon.
Alright. Awesome. Well, alright. There it is. It's a poster.
Great work.
So it sounds like this place has plenty of food. The board just won't buy it. I feel like they're all making their own problems. Bunch of idiots. Alright. I have to go find that kid, but also... What's down here? Yeah, she's alright. She's a little touchy. I am surprised I managed to just get all the shit without having to worry about it. That's nice. Don't have to run back and forth. I got the poster, turned over the dead guy's ID. Didn't have to talk to what I suspect was that douchebag who was smoking over in front of the bar. Oh, that's it? This is it? Ooh. Yeah, let's go here.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Ow.
So my dad, he told me, don't you let that boy push you around. So I hit him with my wrench, right? Ooh, Dad was mad. Guess he wanted me to use my words. Not that I ever been good with those. He grounded me for a week. No secret, Sam. It was worth it.
Oh my god, she's so cute.
You think I could hire myself out to ships in need someday? Be my own mechanic, like how Ellie's her own doctor? I wonder sometimes.
Issuing sanitation ticket. Error! Refill printer paper.
No.
Thank you. Customer, warning! Raptidon claws carry bacteria and have the potential to cause organic death due to massive amounts of blood loss. Service cancellation request processing.
Hey, Cap. Oh, sure. Felix is a riot. Other day he asked if mannequins lay eggs. I told him they lay eggs in people, and there ain't no cure. I could bust into swarms at any moment. The look on his face, it was great. You know, one time, Opal and I, shit. Look at me dredging up bygone days. Forget I said anything.
Dun dun dun!
Don't push it, Captain.
Just stretching your legs, boss? Good to see you, boss.
Lots of boozes. Oh, there's where my snakeskin ended up. Lots of boozes. Ton of boozes. Woof, look at all these. Aha.
Hey there.
I want to know where my most recent book ended up.
Oh, hello,
Not here. Not here. This guy, I'm not convinced he can read. Alright, let's go give our little friend his poster. And then I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in. Sorry, I just get so excited, and I always feel like I miss everything that happens in town while I'm up here.
Aw, you're cute. Wait.
It's signed by Bertie Blackhole Holcomb, one of the greatest hackers who ever played tossball. Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something? On account of him being the best hacker who ever played, nothing gets by him. He sucks up every ball that comes his way. While Holcomb's had a lot of nicknames over his career. He used to be the tallywhacker on account of what he'd do to the score. Before that, he was the slick stick, because his shots were always so smooth. I swear I'm not. At the start of his career, people called him the Hack Boss, but no one thought that was very catchy. Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker, too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Alright. I thought for sure you would have something to say. I'm a little disappointed in you, Felix. Whoa, nice. Sorry, that's just fucking better. I mean, it's not two-handed, it's one-handed, but whatever. I believe in you. I believe in you, Felix.